Fang Foom was released just a few days ago, and he is already making waves. He's the largest card Second Dinner has dropped in a long time, but this time let's see if size matters. Marvel's most famous dragon isn't ancient, but rather an alien. Fang Foom is a Malukian, a shape-shifting conqueror from deep space. Centuries ago, Foom arrived on Earth in ancient China aboard his Malukian starship. Now that starship was powered by 10 advanced energy rings, and yes, believe it or not, those are the same rings that later the Mandarin and Shang-Chi himself would wield. So characters like Iron Man didn't just fight against the Mandarin, he fought Malukian technology. To humans, Foom became a dragon god, but in truth, he was a soldier placed into hibernation waiting for conquest to begin. Over centuries, Finn didn't just sleep, but he observed. He fought heroes, escaped death, and slowly questioned whether conquest was worth it. At times, he even chose restraint over destruction. What makes Finn different, he isn't just a monster, he's the last remnant of a failed invasion. So, for the decks, I apologize this is a bit of a shorter video today. I have 3 decks to show you, and I've got a couple of games showcasing one of them towards the end. The main reason for this is the video I put out a few days ago. It took so much time to make that it kind of ate into Fang's release, and I would rather still do a video showcasing the card for you guys than just let it go to next week, so that's what this is. So we have here the Hela list. I won't be playing this one today because, same as a lot of people, Hela really gets on my nerves, but I also don't think Hela is outperforming some of the lists at the moment. Things like the Ramp and the Xiao Lao and Zombie Galactus and all these things get extremely big, and they can seem to do that more consistently than something like Hela can. Now, it's not to say this deck is bad. You can still beat a lot of those decks as well, and Gambit's in here for a lot of those surprise plays. It is just really what it is, but that's not the deck I'm going to be playing today. I'll show you guys one more, and then I'll show you the deck that I'm going to play. So, I call this one Fastest Ball. I've kind of combined 2 decks. I started messing around with one a little while ago where I tried to utilize Fallen One to have a really big last turn play with Man Spider, and it was actually fairly consistent. Definitely got some good games in there, but it's along the lines of a lot of these Man Spider lists you see out there. But then I also saw a deck on statistics with Fang in this, and the idea is Absorbing Man, Fang, etc. But in that list they had Arnim Zola instead of Galactus. Now, you can kind of shift this deck around to be whatever you prefer. I really like the idea of playing a big card, fastballing it into the opponent and playing Galactus on that lane. But that's just because I find Galactus really fun. The other list, however, with Arnim Zola might be better, in which case I would swap Galactus, Shuri, and Fallen One for Arnim Zola. I think it's Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom's pretty good here because you can hit Fastball Special, you can hit Adamantium Infusion, you can hit Taskmaster, Man Spider, Arnim Zola. All these things have really low power anyway, so they don't really care, or their spells. Skills. I think that's what they're called, right? But then you don't want to be playing that in the list with Fallen One. So you can shift between whatever you want. I haven't really tested this out very much yet. I will do at some point, but I think I prefer the previous list with Galactus, in which case you would take out Fang Foom, you would take out Adamantium Infusion, and Luna. And then I believe I had Cable, and I can't quite remember the rest of it, but I have to have a look. I had Cable instead of Luna. I like just having the big wacky final turn play. And other than that, it kind of just plays out in a way that you want to get a really big Man Spider, whether it's copy it with Taskmaster or throw it into the opponent and then Galactus on their lane. Anything along those lines, really. And now for the deck that I'm going to be playing. So, as you guys might have seen in the video I did recently, where I took this deck and broke it down with its matchups and when to snap and when to skip, etc. This deck is really crushing it on ladder at the moment. It takes a little bit more brain power to play, like you actually have to be concentrating when you play it. But it's also has very straightforward lines, and once you master those lines, you can pretty much climb the ladder like crazy with this deck. Now, I did swap, what is the card called? Giganto. I swapped Giganto for Fang Foom, and a few reasons why I believe this has actually made the deck perform better. First of all is, a lot of the time it's going to be bigger than 16 power. And with a deck like this, you're not necessarily caring about the cost of a card. You're pulling them down with Dragon Lord, or your final turn you'll more than likely have 7 energy anyway, and if it was between playing Giganto or Fang, I would always choose the big FFF. And the other thing which I realized is very minor, because it probably won't happen to you in a lot of games, but one game I played a 6-drop, and then the final turn I played Blink, and of course then Finn was still in my deck, so it pulled it out in place of it, and it was much bigger than the 6-drop I had. You couldn't do that before because Giganto is only 6. Very, very minor things, but they all add up. And if you guys would like a very in-depth breakdown on this deck, I do have one on my channel. I think it was my previous video before this, and I cover pretty much everything to do with the deck. And without any further ado, I suppose, let's show you some games with it. I think this still has to be one of my least favorite locations in the game. Because right now I'd be able to make use of this crater really well, but Great Web is probably going to mess me over. Yeah. I suppose at least I got the Galactus proc from it, but still. I think I'm just going to activate it now. I have a pretty big hand, and keeping the Galactus buffs coming is always great. Wow. This is almost a retreat scenario, by the way, with a deck like this. My only saving grace is playing Dragon Lord next turn and then hoping I draw Grandmaster. I should realistically win this location, so it might not be the worst thing. Wow. Okay, they really didn't want me to play any of my ramp cards. Though all in all, we might still be fine. They're going to have a giant Hulk. And where they play that Hulk, might play it here, assuming I'm going to play Galactus there. And if they play it middle, I might still be okay with the power that I have left. Oh, I'm so glad they retreated. I just had a realization. Just had a really bad realization. If I played Galactus there, he would have pulled left. Yikes. Thank you so much for retreating. It's early in the morning if you can't tell. Come on, Blink. Oh. I have Blink, but I feel like I'm probably better playing War Machine, purely because of Sanctum. This is turn 3, this is turn 4. That could be turn 5. But let's do this instead. Looks like a mirror match. Oh. It's still fine for us. Yeah, I won't snap until I see what they're going to play. Had a feeling.
Clear for takeoff.
Nice. I was literally just about to say, hopefully we get Finn. Where do they play? I suppose we hope they play right, yeah.
Can you understand me?
Yeah, that's not ideal. I'm going to Grandmaster send Luna middle. Blink. Hope it's Red Hawk or Dragon Lord. If it's Dragon Lord and it pulls something, it's good. I would snap here, but they could also play like Grandmaster left. Hopefully, at least if that happens, it hits their Electro. Yeah, that's very nice. I'm very happy with that one.
Victory!
Oh my goodness, this could be a snap condition looking at these locations. I'll wait to see what they play first though. I'm snapping with Electro into Quantum Tunnel. That's insane. I really don't mind what we pull from it. Dragon Lord. Now, as long as you didn't take my fin, we're gonna be all good. Though I suppose even if they did, they couldn't play it. They're going to get Asgard, which is fine, I think. Should be okay. And just in the next turns is when we... Oh, they can play it now. Ah, once in future. They could have done it anyway. Oh dear. Although, that Valentina was mine, wasn't it? Which means we're okay. We're always triggering that Red Hulk, sadly. At this point, though, I'm kind of hoping I draw War Machine so I can War Machine left, Grandmaster middle, with hopes of hitting Finn. Because if not, my best play is Red Hulk.
Opponent snapped.
They're snapping, okay. Okay, here's what's going to happen. You're going to play Red Hulk left, and then I'm going to play Finn. No, they're not. Okay. Scarlet Spider. Yeah. Okay, so here comes the Xiao Lao, buffing it for like probably 15 at this point. They're not going first though. Otherwise, this would be great. I'm guessing their play will be Xiao Lao on the left to buff Scarlet Spider, then something on the right. Because I could just play Red Hawk on the right and hope they don't play anything. This is a tough one. I think I win left, I'm just scared of middle. Because if the Scarlet Spider goes to like 20. Come on, Finn. Oh, that's not Finn. It did go to 20. They got my Finn on Copycat. There's no way I could have seen that one coming. Wow. That is nuts. I did not know these decks were running copycat. Come on, Chamber. Not quite. I'm tempted to still snap here. We just blink next turn. We get Starbrand Crater. Yeah, I'll snap.
Oh, snap.
Oh no, not another discard deck. They did hit their Hela though. But I do know they have more get out of jail free cards than that. Such as the hit blink. Okay, not great still, but better than hitting War Machine. Chamber. Honestly, I think it's just Infinite Middle.
Hello, can you understand me?
Okay, and then with that power, they shouldn't be able to play Infinite or anything, so we might be okay. It's just Scar. Yeah, we're all good.
Victory.
The second they discarded Hela, I knew we were okay. The only other possibility was Finn, which they could have played middle and got insane power there, but in which case I would just play Red Hawk left and Chamber right. I think that's most of the time the best play there. This location is so annoying. I imagine it's going to hinder the opponent more than it's hindering me, but it's still not the best. Yeah, nothing we can really do here. We just play whatever we get from Valentina, which isn't great.
Hey, I found a rook.
Oh, this is Arasham. This looks like the Arasham background, yeah. Okay. It's Luna, then it's Link. But War Machine might be necessary. Okay, that's start of turn. I really want to get Dragon Lord. Let's do this. We just do this and then do Finn on the last turn, and we might be okay. Wow, Ronan, okay. What do we think here? Chamber gets 2 power. So it goes to 10. 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, that's not enough, is it? But this is, however, enough.
Opponent snapped.
Do they think they're just going to have more power? If they have Negasonic Teenage Warhead, that is the only thing. Or Cosmo. Or Goliath. It's quite a lot, isn't there? I think they're snapping just because of the power they have. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I retire if this is something nuts. They also have Thanos in the middle. Forgot they had Space Stone for Thanos. Oh my. I promise you, this deck is better with Fin Fang in it, even though I've just done 2 insane 8-cube losses. But yeah, maybe if you see things like that, don't go for it. I'm just crazy when it comes to this.